Hello there, good afternoon. It is 1600 GMT. You're watching Omi TV with me, Emmanuel Kwame Donko. Time for Flash News. To our very first story, the Acting Director of the Environmental Protection Agency on Climate Change, Dr. Entry Bosiakon Amwa, has disclosed that due to the International Adaptation Planning meeting which is taking place in Egypt, Ghana has brought together institutions and stakeholders to look at climate change from medium to long-term perspective. He again emphasized that Ghana can plan if we have evidence of climate change. Also speaking was scientist from the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research Ghana, Dr. Portia Adade Williams, who also revealed that the rationale of this program.
So this is a meeting that is actually bringing together all experts in the country as we prepare to go to Egypt for an African COP, COP27. It's important for us to actually understand where we are coming from when it comes to adaptation, because Egypt is going to focus mainly on adaptation. Adaptation planning in Ghana is actually seeking to bring together all stakeholders, all actions, all institutions to look at climate change, not from today, but from a medium to a long-term perspective. How do we do that? We can only do that when we have adaptation plans incorporated into our institutional activities. It might always look like, oh, so you have agriculture, you have energy, but even media. How do we mainstream adaptation activities into our day-to-day issues? This is what the adaptation plan seeks to do. You can only do that when you have the evidence. You are planning. What are you planning for? You need to know whether, if it is temperature, how is it rising and where. If it is water or rainfall or what we call precipitation scientifically, how has been the trend in the past and how is it going to look like in future. You need to be able to understand this. And then who should be part of this process? This is where stakeholders actually comes in. And so the adaptation planning is basically looking at Ghana, looking at the sectors of the country, looking at the people in the country, the activities in the country, and how we can juxtapose all this within the context of a changing climate, so that at the end of the day, what we can do as a country cannot be in vain. Because if you look around as a country, the little rain is a problem somewhere. Is it because we are not doing things right? Why is it that people have been experiencing rainfall in maybe larger magnitude, but they are okay? We have a country that has population in different social status, and majority of our people are either middle or poor. How do we actually bring these people into the picture with climate change coming into the scene?
Of course, we have countries with various stakeholders coming together to think ahead of what contribution or what voice they can add to the issue of climate change when they go for the program. So it's either we meet and then we deliberate on what is key issue happening. So this year it's happening in Africa, and so climate adaptation is quite key for us. And we are meeting this morning to discuss about what we should take ahead of COP. After this meeting, we are going to develop a communique, outcomes and key messages from our meetings, which we will push forward to Ghana's negotiation team going for COP. And when it goes there, we are going to forward this communique to the team and then later to the presidency when the overall COP 27 report is ready. After our COP we held here locally, we were privileged to join the very national one ahead of the whole country moving to COP. And so we had the platform. Last year we pushed the agenda of social transformation, which is quite key for us. This project is under the auspices of European Union, the project under which we are having this COP meeting. And so with social transformation, we made sure that whatever deliberations going on at COP for adaptation, the negotiators make sure that social transformation is quite key. This year we are looking at resilience building. Africa is quite ready now. It is our COP, we say it's our COP, and so we are going to make sure that resilience building is actually key in whatever we do.
Well, that's it for Flash News at this hour. Do join us at 5 to 7 p.m. Myself and Giselle Kukwe will be on with the weekend action. Thank you once again for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your day.